to another video, guys. Got to go back home because I forgot my bloody cake. It's a coffee and cake video, and I left the bloody cake at home. Just got to go back and get it. Wouldn't be a coffee and cake video without the flaming cake, would it? It's a nice bit of cake as well. In a bit. Well, welcome to part 2. Stuck behind some horses. Oh, crikey. That one in front's got a bit of a slide on. Hopefully they turned left up here. There's a horse riding place up on the left. Please turn left. Always gives horses a bit of room over, so they get a bit annoyed. See a lot of horses around in Kent on these back roads. Not that long ago I was approaching some horses that were coming towards me, and the woman on the first horse started screaming at me, "Stop! Stop! Turn the engine off! Turn it off!" You know, really getting aggressive. Turn it off, and I was miles away. On this as well. Quiet as a mouse, isn't it? And she started, because I didn't stop. I thought, bollocks to you, I'm not stopping. But I did go really slowly and kept my distance. First gear, 5 miles an hour. I went past them, and as I was going past, she started lashing out at me with her riding crop. Nearly whipped me across the back of the neck. But I do always give horses a bit of room, unless if they're like that, if they're going to get aggressive and start shouting at me. Usually they're not. Usually they're polite and, I'm polite. I stop and they wave and, it's all good. Scenic bit there. The beach huts and the beach. Sides in for once. Usually out when I come down here. A few people fishing. Yeah, it's quite good fishing down here. Get a few flatfish, bass, dogfish. Don't catch anything very big though, you're lucky if you catch anything big enough to take out and eat. So this is the little snack bar where I go to sometimes, and no surprises, it's shut, and they shut the gate as well. That's the other thing, and I need to go up here. That's the good thing about a cub, you can just go anywhere, can't you? It's so small and light. I'm not sure whether to go up here or not. There's a few people, a few walkers. There's one on a fly, I see. And you get frowned on, don't you, when you're riding your motorbike on a Well, it is a footpath, I suppose. Well, there's no signs. It's not a designated footpath. It's just a rough track. Oh, this is a bit squirrely. We've had so much rain. Everything is sopping and slippery. Yeah, it's deadly. People are walking the right way. So I could just have a little fire down here, couldn't I? Yeah, no, it seems quite a nice little spot. But as usual, it's windy. It was windy and cold this time. Well, it's the middle of winter, so I suppose it can be excused. I'm prone to dithering, aren't I? Dither, dither, dither. Here's a fault of mine. So I've had to abandon that little bit on the top of the beach there. It was too muddy and slippery. I nearly stacked it, and it was too windy and cold as well. So we're heading down to the spot where I did the beach camp. I know there won't be many people down here. It'll be quiet, and I can have a little fire in peace. I'll use the cub as a windbreak. Alright, the road is a bit sketchy here. My cub is getting muddy. My feet are muddy where I've been sliding about up on top of those paths. Yeah, it's deadly. So we're back at the beach camp spot. Nobody up here as usual in the winter, which is what I like to see. It belongs to the perverts in the summer, to me in the winter, because nobody else really comes up here. We'll go down to my usual spot. Or maybe here. Yeah, it's as good as anywhere, isn't it? Neutral. Yeah, it's lovely and peaceful. And the sun's out for a change. And the tide's in. Could be on the Caribbean, couldn't you? Look at it, lovely. Right, let's get everything all set up. I want to get my gnashers around that cake. Okay, I've got my table and chairs all set up. Let's get the fire going, shall we? This is my little fire kit. Got everything in here. Just start a fire. I'll use this little Bushcraft Essentials firebox. It's a good bit of kit, this is. Just folds out like that, it's really simple. Yeah, great bit of kit. Put it on its base. So we don't burn the ground. Yeah, can you see that? Bushcraftessentials.com, made in Germany. Good quality bit of kit that is. Put that there. The hands are black now. Yuck. I've got my kettle. I always keep my kettle in a plastic bag because that's covered in soot when I use it on a fire. I'll use these little bad boys for starting the fire. They're like impregnated with wax or something. But they're great for starting a fire, they're really good. Don't even need to really. I'll use two. Make it easier, and I've got a load of just little bits of offcuts I cut down to that fit nicely in the stove. They're just the right size. As it's so cold, the gas lighters don't tend to work. These butane lighters are useless. So I think I'll use the fire steel. We'll give it a go anyway. I think these are a little bit of a gimmick, you know. You see bushcrafters using them on telly, but yeah, I bet behind the scenes they just use a lighter like everyone else. We'll give it a go. See if they can start. I'm surprised they're not going. No, give up with that. Try the good old lighter. There you go. And it's going. I don't pretend to be a bushcraft expert. Although I do know a bit about bushcraft. Let's get these little trivets on. Put those on first. And then the twigs, put some more. Some of these bits on. Should have a roaring fire in a minute. That fire's going nicely now. Even though it's only small, it chucks out a lot of heat, that does. Let's get the kettle on. What's that floating about in there? Let's get rid of that, shall we? There we go. Kettle's on. Nice. Right, let's get the... There's my cake in there. I'll show you that in a minute. Let's put that down there. Brew kit. That's chocolate. Coffee, mate. And coffee. We don't want a disaster, do we? Don't want to drop anything. Nice generous helping of creamer, as you Americans call it. So the coffee's ready. When that kettle's boiled, I can make that. While I'm waiting for the kettle, I'm going to tuck into this bit of cake. Look at that, is that a thing of beauty? Apple and cinnamon. I made it myself and it is really nice. Bit of cake. The kettle's nearly boiled. Right, the kettle's boiled. enjoyed my cake. Got me coffee. The fire's chucking out some heat, keeping my feet warm. Lovely. Surprising for a small fire, it does chuck out a lot of heat. The tide's started to go out now. A couple of dog walkers go past. They just ignored me as usual. The sun keeps going in, but it's so much nicer than it has been. It's been so grey and wet and dank, I'd call it. Poor old cub's a bit dirty where I've been sliding about in that mud. It's annoying. I'm not a fan of cleaning bikes. I like a clean bike, but I don't like cleaning them. Yeah, it's such a good spot, this is. It's probably the best place on the Isle of Sheppey where I live. It's not a very big island. About 10 miles long, I suppose. 10 by 5, 10 by 6, something like that. It's not big at all. And 3/4 of it is industrial and a bit slummy, to be honest. I live in a nicer part in Minster, but there are some parts that aren't very nice at all, really. I think Sheerness, the main town, was voted one of the most dangerous towns in the UK. I don't really think that's totally true, but you don't feel safe really walking around there at night. So I don't walk around there at night if I can help it. This is where I like to be. This is where I feel safe. Out in the middle of nowhere on my own. So we're all done, all packed away, off home. Really enjoyed that. Bit of peace and tranquility. The apple and cinnamon cake was banging as well. I'll have to make another one of those because that was the last piece. Oh, there's a car coming, I'll wait here for it because there's not a lot of room. Okay, on that note, I think I'll sign off and end the video there. So if you like it, give us a thumbs up, subscribe. If you didn't like it, give us thumbs down, I don't care. And I'll see you on the next one. Cheerio.